Today in this video, I want to talk about how credit does not have color. Credit, the only color that is important in the credit game is green. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I am a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Okay, I meant to have done this video a couple of weeks ago when, everything was breaking about Navy Federal discriminating against folks. And, don't get me wrong, I'm not ignorant of history. I know that, for years, lenders would do things like redlining, like only lend in certain areas of certain cities, of certain communities. They would not lend in predominantly minority neighborhoods. I know, people have practiced steering before, trying to steer people into a certain neighborhood, into a certain loan type, things like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ignorant to the discrimination that has been so prevalent against, a lot of people of color. But let me say that I want to give it to you from an underwriter's point of view. When me as an underwriter, whether I'm working for a bank or I'm working for the government, because I've been on both sides, okay? When I get a file to underwrite for a mortgage, I don't even, me personally, I don't care, because you have to go looking for that information when you're underwriting a file. Okay? Yes, there is on the signature page of the 1003 of the mortgage application. It's got where they want you to say, well, you can opt out. It asks you for your demographic information, okay? And the reason why it asks you for that is because, the lenders have, let me just call it like obligations to do so many loans, to do loans to certain people, to do loans to certain communities, okay? And so that's the tracking mechanism, and the government tracks it more than the lender, because they hold those lenders accountable to, okay, yeah, you've got to lend, you need to be lending so much to this group of people, or you need to be lending that much to this, this group of people and everything, especially those who have a history of getting caught, of not doing the right thing. Let's say it like that, okay? So that's why those questions are down at the bottom. You can, and a lot of people select, I prefer not to answer. I can't tell you 9 times out of 10, that's what's checked on an application is I prefer not to answer. Okay. If you choose to answer, it's going to ask you, are you white? Are you black? White, Caucasian, Latino, black, Native American, Asian, unknown. What we doing? Male, female, what's going on? They're going to ask you that. Those are they want to know those demographics, okay? Because again, they follow that. But if you put on there, I prefer not to say, which a lot of people do, and I've seen especially a lot of people of color will answer that way, because because of what has happened in history, sometimes you just don't want folks to know that you are black or that you are Hispanic. You may not want nobody to know that, because sometimes you feel like you're already being automatically discriminated against when you do disclose your ethnicity. It's shameful. It's shameful that people have to feel that way, but I understand it. So let me say this, as an underwriter, when I get that file in, me personally, I don't care. Listen, I got a quota to do. So I don't know how underwriters have the time to go and look up files for just people of color, that, applications that have been submitted by black people, and just systematically pull those out and not do them, or look for ways to turn them down. I don't know nobody got time like that. I'm telling you, on either side of the spectrum, that's like, I don't even look at that, because I'm looking at, again, my job as the underwriter is to mitigate risk. Risks don't have a color. I don't know any other way to say it, but it doesn't have a color, because if your DTI is out of whack, no, I don't care if you purple. If your DTI is out of whack, number one, the computer underwriter, the underwriting system is going to kick you out. It's going to kick you out. And I can tell you for a fact, when I know, at least for me, when I do my Fannie Mae, my Freddie Mac, my Gus, when I input that, it don't ask me nothing about the ethnicity. It don't ask me nothing about what color these people are. It don't ask me none of that, because it's going to go out and pull your credit, and it's looking at debt to income. It's looking at collections, charge-offs, all this good stuff. Dude, it don't care. This is what I don't get. When they say, yeah, if the institution is doing Fannie Mae's and Freddie Mac's and Gus loan, and guaranteed, rural housing guaranteed, if you running it through there, the computer system really don't care. It's about the money, y'all. It's about the risk. One thing I take exception with, because for me, this is my personal experience. I used to originate loans for years back in the day. Even before I became an underwriter. That's the underwriting and the originating came together, because in order to really truly originate successful loans, you got to be halfway an underwriter, because you got to be able to look at that file. You've got to be able to look at their debts, their income, their credit. You got to be able to at least halfway decipher whether or not this is even a viable deal before you even send it to the underwriter. Okay, so that's where the whole underwriting came from. But let me say this: I have to look at a file to even know if it has a chance of flying. Okay, and so with that, then it comes back to the person. Because if you come to me, like, if, people just wake up and say they're going to apply for a loan today and ain't done no homework, ain't got nothing prepared. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Looking at this, I don't even, I need your W-2s. I need your paycheck stubs. I need bank statements. I need to look at all of this. I got to get a full picture, because if the computer don't say yes or no off the rip, then that's going to take more investigation. We're going to need to know a little bit more. So in my experience, I can't tell you how many of my people, when I say I need this, this, and this, and you ain't got nothing together and ain't got a thing together, or bring me one piece of the 20 pieces I asked for, or give me 2 pieces, and then want to say, I got an attitude because I'm asking you for the same documentation that your counterparts of other colors come up with like that. They have their stuff together. A lot of times, in my opinion, in my experience, what has happened is, a lot of times us black folk, we will straight jack it up off the rip, because we don't want to do what's required. Get your paperwork in order. I did a video the other day where I said, when you getting these W-2s and 1099s right here at the beginning of the year, hold on to it. Hold on and put it up somewhere safe, and keep them documents safe and all that good stuff. Don't just be willy-nilly out here and don't know where your stuff is and everything. Because see, the more times me as the underwriter, I got to come back to you and say, or I'm coming back to the originator, or I'm coming back to the processor, and I'm saying, okay, you know what? I'm looking at my notes, and on Monday of last week, I asked you for these W-2s. I asked you for W-2s and the most recent paycheck stubs, and you still ain't sent them to me. What is going on, right? That's what I'm going to email. I may even pick up the phone and call if I have a moment. Like, where these documents at? Where these documents at? You know what I'm saying? And so then when they come back and be like, well, yeah, the client hasn't provided it. We asked the customer, they ain't provided it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put your file on the bottom of my stuff to get to whenever I get a freaking chance. And I'm going to keep moving, because every day as an underwriter, I have complete files coming in. Complete files. One after the other. Again, whether I work at a bank or I work for the government, there's always new applications. There's always new loans to be underwritten. So if I got to keep asking you and trying to run you down to get your documents together, who fault is that? I'm not finna keep doing that. See, you messing up my flow. I have a quota. It's like anything else. I have a quota. If you have to take so many customer service calls a day, or you have to do so many service calls a day, or you have to do so many whatever a day, the underwriter, we're people too. We just like that. We got a quota. So I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep it moving. Do you see how I don't care what color you are? I just want you to have a complete file. I just want you to have a complete file where I can make a decision. If the computer can't make a straight yes or no, and then half the time, listen, the computer will say, yeah, okay, this will fly. As long as you review the most recent paycheck stub, they got 2 months worth of reserves. They got this, they got that. You got proof that this been paid off, or you got proof of this right here. Then we can roll. We can go. So a lot of times as the underwriter, when I'm coming back to your processor, I'm coming back to your originator, I'm coming to whoever that you're dealing with to get your loan, and I say, dude, I need this right here, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times that's all I want. I just want it right quick so I can look at it. I'll look good. Oh, look, okay, check. And then I'm on to the next one. See, you messing up my quota. This is one thing I don't think a lot of, everybody want to talk about being discriminated against. I just don't see it. It's not that people are discriminating against you. It's you ain't got your stuff together. You didn't do your homework ahead of time. I told y'all in another video I did about a month ago, whatever. I know of several credit unions ain't got number one underwriter. One, maybe two on staff. Do you think they got time? If I'm the only one here, or it's just it's 2 of us, or just less than a handful of us, and I've got to underwrite everything. Maybe I'm underwriting mortgages. Maybe I'm underwriting car loans. Maybe I'm underwriting personal loans. Maybe I'm underwriting the whole kit and caboodle. Do you think they got time to run you down? Do you think they got time to sit up there and specifically discriminate against you? Listen. You're not that important. Everybody's a number. I want y'all to understand this. Everybody is a number. So if I need to approve 5 a day, right? And your file is raggedy and it ain't got everything, and I keep asking for it, baby, I'm finna put that over to the side because you're not finna mess up my quota. So this is what I want y'all to understand. Everything is not about color. The only color that matters is green, because it's about the money. They want to lend to somebody. They want to lend the money because that's how they make their money. It's off the interest. They want to lend to people, but they want to lend to the most credit-worthy people. And I'm just telling you, for me, if I got this much trouble trying to get regular documents from you for a loan that you said you wanted, because you applied here, I didn't apply here, you applied here, and you can't even in a timely manner provide that, or you hear your originator or your processor hearing all this mouth and this lip about it. Why do you think, what? No, this not finna happen. This not finna happen. So again, I'm not defending. I don't know what's going on. I told y'all a lot of time with that Navy Federal, everybody was trying to run game on Navy Federal. I watched some videos yesterday where they were talking about Navy Federal was closing accounts left and right because people wasn't even supposed to be in there, wasn't even supposed to have a membership, and people using these CPNs and people using this and people using that. So again, I don't know why anybody's surprised that Navy Federal got real strict on their guidelines. I'd have shut that down a long time ago personally if it was me. But anyway, what I'm saying is, don't think just because a whole you're not getting approved, but you're looking for a reason to say why. No, sometimes it's not the reason. You need not look for a reason. You need to look in the mirror as to why you're not getting approved. It's not. Trust me, I cannot think of a time, and I know I may be the exception, but listen, a lot of underwriters that I work with them for years. Whether we were at the same bank, we were in the same department of the government, or maybe we was in sister departments of the government, but we all had a quota and stuff. I don't know nobody to sit up there and look and makes a point to look and see what somebody's ethnicity is when they start underwriting a file. It just don't work that way. I'm just telling y'all that's a fallacy. That it does not work that way. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I'm going to get off my soapbox now. I have resources in the description for those of you who need help with getting your credit together and different stuff like that. I'm wishing everyone a wonderful 2024, and I hope you achieve whatever your credit goals are in 2024. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.